welcome to the Don't Get Fooled Show with Big Green X NFL Week 3. Let's go, Ace.
All right, boys and girls, NFL Week 3 cannot wait. Coming off a juicy Week 2, going 5-1. Before we get into the episode, Big Ree,
make sure to subscribe, like, comment, join the membership, and purchase your merch right below. Everything is right below.
Get your merch, boys and girls, and definitely join the membership to support the channel. Let's start the episode off, Big Ree, with the quote of the day. You must be single-minded. Drive for the one thing on which you have decided. Once again, just pay very close attention. You must be single-minded. Drive for the one thing on which you have decided. By George S. Patton Jr., U.S. Army General. Big Ree, what do you think about that?
It's a great quote. It's just what you want to do, go follow it, and don't let anyone else tell you what to do, because then you have no one to blame besides yourself if you go wrong. And if you go right, you get all the credit. So either you're going to get blame or credit.
I mean, what I love this quote, and what I really grab about this quote is like, everybody, there's just too much going on in life. There's too much going on, and to be successful at something or obtain something that you want, you have to be laser focused. Laser focused. And messing around with too many things just causes problems. You lose concentration. You don't get things done. If you want to start a business, pick a business that you want to start and focus on it and be really good at it.
Yeah.
Don't try to do 3 or 4 different businesses and you're spending 25% of your time on each, and maybe they all are growing, but you're not going to ever really be able to grow one. It's hard enough to do one thing really well, but you're trying to do 4 things. Be super focused. I think this is some of the best advice that I think someone can take out of this, is you have to be super focused, and this could be whether it's a business. This can be applied to a lot of things in life.
100%.
You just got to be laser focused. If you got your eyes set on something, go get it. Just be laser focused and be an expert in one thing, or do one thing really well.
Yeah, and this comes to like a topic I was gonna bring up. We have a friend, you know him. His name is MD.
Okay.
MD.
I know who MD is.
So this guy is currently looking for a job, and when people don't have a job, they say, "Yo, I don't have a job."
So he doesn't have a job when he's looking. He's not working and looking for something.
He just got his master's degree. And
okay.
So I have a quote of the day for everyone out there. It's a Big Ree quote.
Big Ree's throwing out a quote of the day.
People who don't have a job, this is for you. You always have a job, because finding a job is a job.
Woo! Ree spitting knowledge. So you're basically saying, don't ever say you don't have a job.
Exactly. You always have a job. Everyone always has a job. Because finding a job is a job. Whether you're looking for a job at McDonald's or fast food, or you're going to look at retail, or you want to work in corporate, what you want to do. It's you gotta put effort into this and time, and that's your job. Until you get a job, it's your job.
Spoken wise, Big Ree. I mean, that's they always say. Looking for a job is a full-time job, and so when you don't have a job, start looking for a job. And I always say this to people that, and everybody's circumstances are different, and so everybody has their own circumstances and limitations. But I think it's even more relevant nowadays. If you want a job, you can get a job.
Exactly.
If you really want a job, there's a lot of jobs out there for you to get.
Facts.
You might not be doing something you really want to do, but you can get a job. And I always say this in advice to younger people, and stop whining about stop watching Instagram and seeing all these people, they think that they're balling out of control when most of them are just faking it and trying to come up big. Just get a damn job, whether it's $10, $12. I don't know what the minimum wage is in different states, but over here in California, it's minimum $15 basically everywhere, $16. Just start working. That's it. Start working, and you work 10 hours a day, $16 after taxes. You're putting $130 in your pocket. Just start stacking cash.
So another guy who I referred to last week, I didn't say his name, but he's on X, and he put a good quote. He's like, "You're impressed by that guy or person who's driving that nice car and wearing the nice clothes, but you don't know that they have $100,000 in debt and then nothing in their savings account, compared to the average guy who probably has a lot in their savings account, a nice Roth IRA open, and they have savings." So don't judge a book by its cover, too.
Absolutely, very true. And just start. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing. Just start working, stacking that cash.
I had that problem too, and then I flipped the script. I was like, oh shit, he's doing this, he's doing that. Like, I have friends who are making probably 7 times my salary, but good for them. I'm very proud, but I just gotta do my own thing.
Absolutely, that's what it is. You just can't worry about it. But I just say, like, for people, just start stacking cash, putting cash in your pocket, saving that cash, and then you can use that money to do other stuff, whether you're investing in crypto, in stocks, or just stacking that cash that gives you a flexibility. You work hard for 2 years, maybe you have $30K in your bank account, right?
Yeah.
You can take that $30K, maybe you want to go overseas. You could live like a king in a lot of different countries and start businesses over there. You can put $30K down on a business, get an SBA loan or something. You don't want to work at Baskin Robbins, save 30, 40K, and then you can put that as a down payment, and then you'll own a Baskin Robbins. And then you own 2, 3, 4 of them. So stop it. Like, there's a lot of opportunity. You just got to work hard. Everybody wants instant gratification, Big Ree.
Yeah.
They want right away to have that house, right away to have that nice car, right away to have that business. Nobody wants to put in the work. Time flies.
Unfortunately, it's all about flexing these days.
It is. I mean, that's the kind of world we're in now, because everybody's posting stuff online. Ain't nobody, and this kind of goes back to another thing. It's like, hey, everybody's online and on social media. Everybody's posting what's good that's going on, right?
Yeah.
Like, nobody is posting that, I just got chewed out by my boss because I came in 30 minutes late. Nobody is posting that my spouse or my girlfriend or boyfriend just cheated on me. Nobody's posting that stuff. Nobody's posting that, hey, I got no damn money in my bank account, so I can't afford a pair of SB Dunks. I'm buying these $20 shoes from Ross. Ain't nobody's posting that. They're just trying to post all sorts of nonsense. They're trying to put, $21 bills in between 200s and say, hey, I got $3,000 in my pocket. That's just the reality. So people, and when you're young, you see all that and you believe it. Yeah. I mean, let's make this damn clear. Let me make this clear as day. If you don't already know, 97% of stuff that you see on Instagram is fake. It's all set up. It's all, and everyone wants to say, I'm a content creator. Content creation. My ass. What it is you're just making up shit. That's what you do. You're making up crap. That's all it is. Everyone wants to throw out this content creator label, and it's easy. Like, oh, it's a content creator. Like, it's a content creator, so then it doesn't sound as bad as I'm just making up shit.
Right.
Stop it. It's kind of like, I remember reading an article one time, and I'm not going to really get into it, it was some celebrity that's, was in the summer basically, hooking up with somebody else, okay? And somebody in the comment, and it just rang with me, it's like, oh, it's great how nowadays people just want to not call it cheating and they just want to call it a spring fling. It's like, hey, we're not going to call it cheating or having an affair. Oh, it's just a fling, like, it never makes me laugh. It's really unbelievable. But anyhow, so don't pay attention to social media. It's all nonsense.
Let's get into the recap now.
Let's get into the recap. Big Bills 31-10. Big news out of that Thursday night. Tua Tagovailoa, third concussion on the IR. What do you think, Big Ree?
I think his career is done, unfortunately. Sad to say. For his own good, it should be.
Whether it should be or not, he's not retiring.
He's not gonna, but
I mean, it's scary, but I honestly, once he started running and he was running for too long, like he could have slid, but he just kept running. I was like, this is not good. Honestly, I saw it coming, Big Ree.
Slide, dude, slide.
Just got to slide. I know he was trying to get the first, but slide, dude. But look, Bills look pretty good. I mean, Josh Allen's looking good. The Bills are looking good. They're an interesting team. I don't think a lot. I mean, you called this in our futures that you'd like the Bills to win the division.
Yeah, now it's looking great. The Dolphins are screwed. Jets are going to suck.
I mean, it looks good, but yeah, I didn't expect the Bills to look like this. But yeah, hopefully Tua, look, prayers to Tua, get back, man. Make sure that you're good, and if you want to come back, like, look, this is what you've been doing your whole life. You're a young dude, but you got to be more careful. You got to be more smart. That's it. Saints 44-19 over the Cowboys in Arlington, right? The stadium, AT&T Stadium, is in Arlington.
Arlington, Texas.
And they got spanked at home by the Saints. What is your take on this game?
I mean, I didn't expect this in the regular season. And just out of nowhere, the Saints just come in, and then Alvin Kamara had 4 freaking touchdowns going up against him, unfortunately.
Oh, you went up against him in fantasy?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Oh, man.
So, needless to say, you lost.
Yes.
Okay, I don't even need
and
to
my
ask.
team played great. The other team played amazing.
Got it.
And unfortunately, Dak had 2 interceptions. Normally, when you win turnovers, you win the game, and they just blew him out.
Congrats to Dak. He got paid his $240 million, comes back with 2 interceptions and a genuine spanking by New Orleans, putting up 91 points over the first 2 games. But is anybody surprised? I mean, this is the Cowboys for you. This is what they do. One week they look great, one week they look like crap. I'm not surprised at all. But once again, this is the Cowboys at home. It'll be interesting. I think the big surprise is the New Orleans out of the whole season.
Yeah,
everybody's waiting to see, like, is this a fluke? What's going to happen? Is it Clint Kubiak, the first-year O coordinator? Is he super legit? I think it's still, we'll still see what happens. I mean, week 1, they played Carolina. Week 2, the Cowboys. Oh, it's the Cowboys. Like, stop it. No, the Cowboys are another overhyped team as usual. Let's get into the Buccaneers beat the Lions, Big Ree. Another one of these underdogs beating the favorites, which there's a whole line of them this week. One of the wildest weekends I've seen in NFL. 20-16. What do you think about this game?
Yeah, I mean, I was a little surprised, but not that surprised on this one because I think Bucs have a similar team to the Lions. And Jared Goff did not play well. He got outplayed by Baker. He had 2 interceptions as well. Like I said, when you win the turnover battle, you're most likely going to win the game.
Yeah, but this game goes down to Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell, Detroit Lions coach. In the playoffs, he pulled the shenanigans, cost them a game. And once again, this game is on Dan Campbell. Stop this nonsense. Stop the nonsense. How many stupid plays and play calls did he have that cost them guaranteed points? And some guys just like action. They just want to have that high. They want this action. And it's cost him in the playoffs, and it cost him again this week. Look, dude, you got a good team. You got a lot of talent. Take the W's. Take the points. Stop this nonsense. Dan Campbell, this loss is on you. And he admitted to it. He already admitted that this game is on me, but that's not enough. That's not enough. Don't act like your team, the Detroit Lions, have been complete trash for how many years? Complete trash. Don't act like you guys are going to go to the freaking conference finals every year. You guys had a golden opportunity last year. Your stupid play calls and decisions cost you guys that game. And already, week 2, you're already pulling these shenanigans. Somebody needs to tell this guy, Dan Campbell, stop this nonsense. These stupid decisions. Let's move on. Packers beat the Colts 16-10. The run game looked really good.
Yeah,
I think 200-plus yards in the first half of rushing yards.
See?
Packers, Malik Willis, he played serviceable. Played serviceable, and maybe they can hold it on until when is Love coming back?
They say week to week. Who knows? Maybe he can play this week. I would sit him out this week, no matter what.
I agree. Let him get another week. Jets 24-17 over the Titans, Big Ree. Congrats to Aaron Rodgers, got his first win with the Jets. This was my lock of the week, Big Ree. You know, and on that note, we didn't get into it, Big Ree. You went 3-0 in NFL. Big Ree went 3-0. I went 2-1, 5-1 on the week. And this is my lock. The Jets won 24-17. The big story here was not Aaron Rodgers getting his win. Do you know what the big story out of this game was?
Your boy Will Levis.
Will Levis, 2 weeks in a row, blew the game for the team. And did you see what the coach said to him after this?
No.
You didn't see this? Will Levis threw some stupid side pass fumbled the ball in the fourth quarter, and just basically gave these guys the touchdown. And as he's running off the field, do you know what the coach said? Callahan?
No.
What the F are you doing? And word for word to Will Levis, what the F bleep are you doing? He was so effing pissed. And then you know what Will Levis said in the press conference? You know what this guy, bust Will Levis said? I need to rewire my brain to not make these bad decisions.
Yeah, it's probably
That alone, that comment alone will tell you enough that you need to know about Will Levis. When a professional quarterback tells you, I need to rewire my brain not to make bad decisions, you already know he's going to be a bust. And I've been saying this from day one, that this guy is going to be a bust, and it's unbelievable. Some people just get blessed in life with opportunities that they don't deserve. It is really
Can you name
unbelievable. We would not. This episode would go on for 2 hours if I did that.
Okay.
So we're not going to do that, but it's unbelievable. Let's get into this big game. The Minnesota Vikings defeated the San Francisco 49ers 23-17. Another dog beating a favorite. What do you think about this game, Big Ree?
Yeah, I mean, it was one of my picks. I did say Sam Darnold could be the better quarterback.
And people were laughing.
Yeah, and that's what happened. He was the better quarterback here. Brock Purdy had more yards, but 1 touchdown, 1 interception. And it seems like McCaffrey not being there is kind of hurting now. He went on the IR. He's going to miss at least 6 more weeks. Debo got hurt now. So now we're really going to see if Brock Purdy's... This is actually good for San Francisco, as crazy as it sounds. Because
You're right.
They'll know if he's worth that $60 million that they're going to have to pay him in the offseason.
You're absolutely right, Big Ree. The Niners have dodged a bullet. Because they're going to realize that Brock Purdy is a serviceable backup quarterback. That's what they're going to learn, that he's not a starting quarterback, and they're going to save themselves so much money. Because if they decide to pay Brock Purdy, and they're going to just tarnish this franchise for the next 4 to 5 years. If you pay Brock Purdy. And they're going to learn quickly. This guy is playing like crap, even though his completion percentage is up. But this guy's been sacked 8 times. He was sacked 6 times last game against Minnesota.
Okay.
And so they're pressuring him. And he's putting up 17 points, leading the offense for 17 points. McCaffrey's not back there.
They should feed Mason the whole way.
And, yeah, I mean, Sam Darnold looking pretty damn good. I'm not ready to say, hey, this guy's going to have a breakout year, but he's looking pretty good.
Yeah.
And, you know, the Niners, look, we'll see. It'll be very interesting to see the next couple of weeks without McCaffrey how the Niners look.
Yeah.
Seahawks beat the Patriots 23-20. Nothing to talk about.
Giants lost to the Commanders.
Nothing to discuss there. Chargers 26-3 against the Panthers, Big Ree. What are your thoughts here? So I got a lot to say here.
I didn't expect this. I thought it was going to be much closer to the game. Shout out to J.K. Dobbins, number 1, and shout out to Jim Harbaugh, because the Chargers are playing well because of Harbaugh and his play calling. He knows he has a above average quarterback, not an elite quarterback, so he knows how to use him properly. He only had 130 yards, as we see right here, 2 touchdowns. He doesn't even have a combined for 300 yards yet in 2 games. So you know how to use your quarterback because he's not great. And the Panthers are just down. I don't know how to say it, and if I can't, well, but they're just bad. I'll let you go.
Yeah, Panthers are a bad team right now. But look, first of all, the Chargers are better than a lot of people think they are. I said this in our futures, that they're much better because Jim Harbaugh is lights night and day over Brandon Staley, another guy that should have never, let me make this clear, should have never been a head coach, never gotten a head coaching job in this league, ever. And it was a desperation move by the Chargers to hire the guy. Jim Harbaugh, they're not even in the same tier. It's completely different. And clearly, Harbaugh is taking the same philosophy as his brother, have a really good defense, run the ball really well, and you can stay in games and be competitive. They're 2-0. Panthers put up 3 points. This goes back to, once again, desperation. There's people make decisions two ways when they make bad decisions. Desperation, or you just don't know what the hell you're doing. And the Panthers, their owner, Dave Tepper, who was the owner since 2018, has no clue what the hell he's doing. I don't know how the NFL approved this guy as an owner. Just because you're a billionaire hedge funder and this guy's the owner of a hedge fund and he's making billions, doesn't mean you know crap about how running a football team. You have no clue. You have burned this franchise to the ground in 5 years. Absolutely. You have no idea what's going on. You probably think you know what's going on. So you hire a bunch of people that are just going to say yes to you. And they're willing to sit there and say yes and just take $1 million plus paycheck from you. Dan Morgan, Dave Canals. Who's hiring Dave Canals? This guy, Dave Canals, was a freaking high school assistant coach.
I think it's Canales, by the way.
Canales?
Yeah.
Whatever his name. Canales, whatever. It doesn't matter. I don't even care. Dave Canals, this guy should never have been hired. Pete Carroll gave him a job at ESG. Let him ride his horse to Seattle. This guy's been assistant his whole life. He was the quarterback. Somehow Tampa Bay hired him as a coordinator. I don't know how the hell that happened. They had a bottom 15 in every category offensively. And then Carolina gives him a job? Head coaching job? When even Seattle didn't even interview this guy. Nobody interviewed this guy for a head coaching job. And this guy got hired by Carolina. He is 3 levels above his pay grade. This guy should be an assistant quarterbacks coach with Carolina. He's the head coach. If you watched his press conference, the guy doesn't know how to communicate. He definitely doesn't know what he's doing. You can see within a 3-minute press conference, this guy has no business being there. And let's get into Bryce Young being benched. Let's not blame Bryce Young. This is absolutely deflection. First of all, the owner had a big say in this. Tepper doesn't know what the hell he's doing. Dave Canals doesn't know what he's doing, and he's scared also because he knows, dude, this guy's paying me $1 million to do this job. Just years ago, I was probably making $100K as a coach, as an assistant coach, and now I'm making millions.
Can we figure out how much he was making?
I'm just going to say yes. I'm going to say yes. No, not at Tampa Bay. I'm talking about as an assistant with Seattle, and he's probably coaching for free at Carson High School back in the day in El Camino. And so this guy is just going to say yes to whatever, and so he doesn't know what the hell he's doing. Bryce Young's got no tight end. Adam Thielen, 34-year-old Adam Thielen. 34-year-old Adam Thielen is their best wide receiver. They got Chuba Hubbard is your running back, and Miles Sanders. Both of these guys average 3.8 and 3.3 yards respectively. Bryce Young got sacked 62 times last year in his rookie season. 62 times. And you want to blame Bryce Young and say he's a bust? Are you kidding me? Ship Bryce Young out as quickly as possible. He needs to get out of this mess. Bryce Young is going to be a starting quarterback in the NFL again. I actually predict that he'll be an all-star Pro Bowler. He's going to be a really good quarterback in this league. And the problem is not Bryce Young. It's because Carolina has no offensive weapons. Their play calling sucks. Their coach sucks. Their owner sucks. Everything sucks about Carolina. Please, do Bryce Young a favor and trade him away so he can actually restart his career. And all this freaking nonsense about Bryce Young, let me get into this, Big Ree. Why didn't anybody rip Trevor Lawrence? Why didn't anybody rip Trevor Lawrence in his first year? His numbers are worse than Bryce Young in his first year.
He got ripped so many times.
His numbers are worse than Bryce Young in his rookie season.
Trevor Lawrence was getting ripped
59% completion, 12 touchdowns, 17 interceptions, Trevor Lawrence. But nobody wants to rip Trevor Lawrence when in a rookie.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, they were all blaming the coach, Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer was the problem. And now you guys want to rip Bryce Young? Get out of here. I'm so pissed about this decision to bench Bryce Young because the damn Carolina organization is a complete joke.
All right, the next game we got the Browns beating the Jaguars 18-13. Your team beat your team.
The Browns, congrats, they got their first win, and good win for the Browns. They needed it. Jaguars stink. Trevor Lawrence, he's not going to be a bust, but he's never going to live up to the hype. $275 million, one of the worst contracts. They had to pay him. Nobody's going to Jacksonville, but this guy's not going to live up to the hype at all. Mark my words, Bryce Young, better quarterback history career than Trevor Lawrence. Mark my words. Let's go on, Big Ree.
The Raiders beat the Ravens 26-23. I'll let you start.
I mean, look, I said this in the Survivor video, that was the sexy pick of Baltimore, and hey, I just don't trust. I really don't trust Baltimore.
I mean, you picked them to go to the Super Bowl.
Okay, but I just don't trust them after watching the first week. I don't trust them. They can make the Super Bowl, but do you trust them week on and week? 1 week they look like Super Bowl champions. Another week they lose to the Raiders. At home.
Yeah, at home.
You just can't, and you can't trust them. They lost. Look, Jadeveon Clowney's gone. Yeah. Patrick Queen is gone. Lamar wants to run the ball all day. I mean, you can't trust them. Congrats to the Raiders. They pulled off a big win.
Yeah, I agree. That's pretty much as you said it. Shout out to Gardner Minshew as well.
Yep. Let's get into Cardinals beat the Rams 41-10. Marvin Harrison Jr. came back.
Yeah, he finally
shut everybody up.
Yeah, he had a huge game, 130 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Rams? What are the Rams a joke?
They're not a joke. They're just screwed. Now Cooper Kupp is headed to the IR.
Puka is out, right?
Puka has been out. Their O-line screwed. They're just too
You know what
injuries.
the problem is? Matthew Stafford stinks. Matthew Stafford stinks.
So I have a question for you. Should they put in Jimmy G?
No, that doesn't do much. They
Right now, gun to your head. You're the head coach. Would you start Jimmy G or Matthew Stafford?
No. I'm keeping Stafford, but I don't have a lot of faith in Matthew.
They just paid Stafford, just for the record.
Yeah, they had to. You have to pay your quarterbacks. That's why guys like Trevor Lawrence are getting $275. Dak Prescott is getting $240 million.
Yeah.
I mean, Jordan Love played 1 year and he's getting $200 million. It's a joke.
Yeah.
But you got to pay your QBs.
So we'll move on to the next game. We got the Steelers beat the Broncos 13-6.
Broncos stink. Horrible. Anybody that's in the Survivor, these guys stink completely. Their offense is completely horrible. Horrible offense. Defense is not bad, but offense sucks.
And this one possibly, I'd say the second best game of the week. Bengals lost to the Chiefs 26-25. I'll let you take it first.
Look, Chiefs, they came back, game-winning field goal. They won the game. Patrick Mahomes produced it as usual. Good to see that Joe Burrow showed some life, and the Bengals against the Super Bowl champs played well. It was a great game. Good game as expected. I'm glad that the Bengals look like they're not going to go the other direction. What are your thoughts?
I agree 100%. I just feel like the Chiefs have become the Patriots of the NFL, and the refs really love them. I mean, there was a flag on that play, but the ref threw it after he knew it was incomplete. I just don't like that. And just a lot of calls going the Chiefs' way and not the Bengals' way. The Bengals should have won this game.
But what do you think now? Pacheco on the IR? That's a big deal.
Yeah, I had him, but my piece of.
That's a big deal. Pacheco's a big part.
They did sign your boy, though.
Kareem Hunt?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that guy, we'll see. He's been playing last 2 years. He's not been playing great, but I think he'll do well in a system he's familiar with.
Running backs are replaceable. I've said this multiple times.
Yeah, you're right, but I think Pacheco is really good, bro.
Yeah,
I really like Pacheco.
I liked him too. He has to check himself.
But, okay, the Texans, 19-13 over the Bears.
Yeah, I think Bears have a good defense, just not a great offense. That's what it came down to, and they showed their good defense there, and then I think the Texans just ended up winning. So
Interesting on this. If you remember, this was my pick last week.
yeah,
And the spread was 6.5, and I bought it down, not to 6, I bought it down to 5.5. And I just had, I kid you not, when I bought it down, I was like, I just have a feeling something funny is going to happen. These guys could be up by like 9 points, and then they're going to kick a field goal to get into one possession, and then it's a 6-point game. So that's why I bought it down to 5.5, and it just worked out. One of those times that it just worked out perfectly. But the big concern is Caleb Williams is not looking good, man. He's not looking good at all.
yeah.
And it's obviously a combination of the O-line, but he's not looking good either. And the Bears thought they'd trade away Justin Fields, and we got number 1 overall Caleb Williams. And I don't know. And I was actually having this conversation with Javi earlier this week that I was like, hey, if you guys all remember, Caleb won that Heisman, and then last year, he didn't look that great.
Yeah, he did.
He looked good, but he didn't look great. He didn't look like the Heisman Caleb. And now, I don't know. I'm not going to panic yet, but he's not looking good. Let's make that loud and clear.
Just for the record, Justin Fields is 2-0 on the season.
He is. He's 2-0, and, but he's serviceable. And it's not like he was bad last year either.
He wasn't,
So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how their careers both play out, but it's still early on.
And now we got the Monday night game. The Falcons beat the Eagles 22-21. I'll let you take the.
Well, first of all, let's a lot of things to dive in here, but I'm going to make it quick. Eagles defense completely stinks. Their defense just stinks. Kirk Cousins on that last drive just ate them alive quickly, like just at ease, bro, at ease. Honestly, I could go in there and play better defense than those Eagle corners were playing on that last drive. Like, they were just letting these guys get wide open. It was so easy.
Yeah.
I don't understand what the hell they're doing over there in Philadelphia. Number 2, your boy Saquon dropped the game. They just could have, iced it.
I respect it, though, because he took blame.
He took blame, but
yeah.
He took blame, but they lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they completely lost, and, he dropped the ball.
Right.
He dropped it. That was it.
The game is on him, for sure.
I don't know if I'd say it's on
I'd say
him.
50%.
You can close the game out with that catch. The game's over.
The game's over. You get the first, it's over.
You got to catch it. But then the defense, I think, that's who I blame. You guys just let Kirk Cousins eat you alive.
And Kirk Cousins is never good on prime time.
But the bigger thing here is, like, I had Philadelphia in my survivor.
Oh, boy.
I had Philadelphia in my survivor, and I picked this obviously before knowing that A.J. Brown, he's not going to play. But this team, let me make this clear. Without A.J. Brown, this team sucks. This offense is really bad without that second receiver.
Okay.
Devontae Smith is a really good receiver, but he's a really good number 2.
Okay.
Really good number 2. Now A.J. Brown is out. These guys are going to hurt, Big Ree.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know. It was a great game to watch.
For sure. It was a great game.
Yeah. So.
All right. Let's get into the BS segment. We'll make it a little quick.
Let's get into the BS segment of the show, Big Ree. I think the BS segment is going to go right into the food segment of the show. Yeah. What do we got here, Big Ree?
So we've all had Oreos in our life, I would say.
Love Oreos. Nothing better than a big glass
We've all had Coke.
Milk. We've all had Coke. I've had Coke.
Now we got...
Wait, a what?
Coca-Cola Oreos.
Let me see that again. So what? It's like Coke mixed with Oreos?
I don't know. We're going to have to try it out for the fans.
So that's the real thing. Okay. Let's pop these suckers open. We got the Oreo Coke.
All right,
is it a special order or something, or just pick it up from the grocery store?
You can get it from the grocery store. I ordered it on Amazon.
Woo-hoo!
You go ahead, Ace.
No. You started off, Big Ree.
There we go. We got the Coke sign right
let
there.
me see. Wait. So we got the. Oh, it actually has a smell. It doesn't smell like Oreos. Holy crap! The red one smells like some kind of infused Coke kind of thing. Red. Okay. It's good. It doesn't taste like Oreo. It definitely doesn't taste like a traditional Oreo. I'm trying to think. What do you think?
Can you taste the Coke?
You kind of can, actually.
I can for sure.
It actually, yeah.
It has like that fizz, can you feel it?
Yep. It almost tastes like when you get like a Slurpee, like a slushie, like a slushie or Slurpee, and you get the Coke flavor.
Yeah.
That's what this kind of tastes like.
And comment if you want us to do anything specific, reviews on or anything.
Comment below. We can get any kind of food, items, drinks, whatever you guys want.
And now we'll lead it into the shout outs.
I gotta get another one.
Okay.
Let's hold off on the shout outs for a little bit. Let's enjoy. And I just realized this. It says Coke on it. Did yours say Coke on it?
They have the bottles and then the Coke. See, it says right here, Coca-Cola. It shows it.
No, but mine didn't even say Coca-Cola or Coke.
They have one with just the bottles.
Oh, that's the one I got.
Yeah, see, they have
That's Coca-Cola.
That's the bottle. That's one.
No, I didn't get that one either. So you got the two bottles.
That's this Coke.
Maybe they have like a few different patterns. Damn. How are you gonna leave a box of Oreos, Big Ree here, and think I'm just gonna take one and that's the end of it? On that note, like on a question, when I eat a lot of cookies, I love cookies. I love sweets. I love food. I eat Chips Ahoy all the time, Oreos all the time, Thin Mint, Girl Scout cookies. Damn, I love them. I mean, I could get into we could have a whole discussion on cookies. Okay.
Cookie Monster.
I love cookies.
We could call you the Cookie Monster.
But on that note, like when you could give me this thing right here, and this has 3 rows of cookies. I can take care of 1 row with a big glass of milk.
So would you take this over a regular Oreo?
No.
Okay.
This is good. Don't worry, I could finish a whole row of this if I needed to.
Because Ibby said he would.
Ibby?
Yeah. Baby Ibby. Young Ibby.
Oh.
He did a little review on it too and everything.
He's a kid, so I mean they're good.
Because they're like limited edition, they're trending in school, and everything.
Okay. But my question was, when you have a glass of milk, do you drink milk? You drink milk.
2%.
How many cookies are you going to eat on average with a glass of milk? Like if you're at night, you just want to get a glass of milk and some cookies. I do that a lot.
What kind of cookies?
I told you, there's any
I'd say
Oreos.
4.
Oreo, let's say Oreos.
4. Because
Okay.
I drink after I dip it in, then drink too.
Wait. You dip it in?
Yeah, you gotta. The Oreos, especially when you have Oreos.
Wait, what?
Do you, camera guy? Do you dip the Oreos into the milk?
Wait up.
Sometimes he says sometimes.
Okay. Wait. Am I missing something? Is this like a life-changing moment here? That you're supposed to be dipping cookies in the milk and then eating them?
Camera guy is nodding his head.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
I've never done that before. No. I mean, seriously.
Welcome to the league, Ace.
I have never dipped cookies in milk and then eaten them. This is the best question of the day. Comment, please. If you guys love the DGF show, please, I am begging you guys to comment below. And I'm actually going to bring this up after the picks because we have a lot of people that just watch the picks. Please comment if you dip your cookies in the milk and then eat them, or you eat the cookies and then drink some milk, take a sip of milk. This is life-changing. Have I been doing it wrong the whole time?
Could be.
Wow. Holy.
All right, we're going to start with the shout-outs. Milk's favorite cookies. Milk favorite cookies.
This is completely.
Oreo. That's the best way. If you have Oreo, you got to dip it in.
I'm completely confused, completely caught off guard. throwing a curveball
It's
here.
their motto to dip it into the milk. The Oreo motto.
I'm confused, Big Ree. Please comment. Everybody that watches this show has to eat cookies.
It says it on the front of the Oreo packaging. Not this one, because obviously it's Coke.
Okay, so everybody has eaten Oreos before. I need you guys to comment, please. Please, I cannot wait to see this. This is unbelievable.
All right, we're going to start with the shout-outs. I'm going to start with Vienna.
All right, we're going to give a shout-out to Mo Green, longtime viewer. Half the time he's talking trash to us, half the time he loves us, but shout out to Mo Green.
Shout out to Anthony Bone.
My boy, Anthony Bone, what's up? I'll let you take the next one.
Shout out to Keith Just Truth.
Gotta give a shout out to not a Biden fan, a long time viewer, and so we appreciate part of the DGF fam.
Shout out to Big Len.
What up, Big Len?
Okay. This is all you.
Shout out to Hoi Deep from Vietnam. We have a lot of Vietnamese contingent.
I think through Mr. Chef Jack Lee.
Chef Jack Lee, shout out to Chef Jack Lee. But we have a big Vietnamese contingent because, first of all, they watch the show from the U.S., Vietnamese that watch from Vietnam. And then we all know, like, if anybody, we're in LA, there's a big Vietnamese community here.
Yeah.
We were talking about it, I think, 2 weeks ago, how Vietnamese coffee, love Vietnamese coffee, but everybody knows the Vietnamese.
Isn't Corey Silva supposed to hook us up with some?
Yeah, so Corey Silva, you commented that we didn't get your number, bro. You got to just, if you have Instagram, just DM us.
I'm on the X if you have X.
X or just DM us and let's set it up. We want to get out to Baldwin Park so we can go and get some Vietnamese food, get the coffee. So let us know. But everybody knows the Vietnamese community, they love gambling. And they just love gambling. Whether it's cards or whether it's sports wagering, they love it. And so we have a big community, and I love the Vietnamese people.
Yeah.
So shout out to Vietnam and Hoi Deep. All right, Big Ree.
Let's get into the picks, what everyone's waiting for.
All right, so without further ado, here we go, boys and girls. Aquí vamos, chicos y chicas. Let's go. All right, game one. We got the New York Giants at the Cleveland Browns. The Browns are a 6.5-point favorite. The Giants coming off a 21-18 loss to Washington. They did put up 304 yards, but they gave up 425 yards to Washington Commanders. Their offense honestly looked decent. Now, Danny Dimes, 16 for 28, 178, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Singletary, 16 carries, 95 yards and a touchdown. The rookie out of LSU, Malik Neighbors, 10 receptions, 127 and a touchdown. So offense actually looked pretty decent. Defense looked horrible, Big Ree. Defense looked horrible. 3 touchdowns, but they scored 3 touchdowns, the offense. But they did not convert on an extra point or a 2-point conversion.
How do you feel about that?
Well, I think their kicker got hurt, and that messed them up. They had the punter go out there and kick, and it was a complete joke. And they missed 2-point conversions. They convert those 2-point conversions. They win the game here.
Yeah, see?
Big deal there. And then let's get into Cleveland. You know, they're 1-1 coming off an 18-13 win versus the Jaguars. Good win for them. Defense looked good. Back to form. Last year they were known for their defense. Limited Jaguars to 13 points. Offense looked all right. The offense didn't look great either. They lost in week 1 to Dallas 33-17. Obviously, I'm a Deshaun Watson fan. I'm a Cleveland Browns fan, but dude, you got to pick it up. Deshaun, you got to pick it up, my brother. I like Cleveland defense. And I think the offense is going to break out here. I think they have a really good offensive game. I think Deshaun Watson has 2+ TDs. They play really well. And I'm taking Cleveland -6.5, Big Ree. I like Cleveland to cover here. All right, game 2. Philadelphia Eagles at the New Orleans Saints. The Saints, 2.5-point favorites. Philadelphia, 1-1, coming off a 22-21 loss to Atlanta. They blew this game. They should have won it. They could have just closed this out, but they weren't able to. Saquon Barkley dropped a pass at the end, just a gimme, could have closed the game. But then also the defense. They let Kirk Cousins look like Patrick Mahomes, and he just drove down the field and lit that defense up. And that defense has got some major problems, and I don't know what it is. Is it the coordinator? What's going on? Because they got talent, but the defense looks like complete crap. And look, they barely squeaked out a win against Green Bay in Week 1 in Brazil. It's not like they blew out Green Bay 34-29. Defense, look, they have the 30th ranked defense, Big Ree. They're giving up 400 yards per game. A.J. Brown is out. So, best wide receiver is out. Yep. This is their first road game. Then we got New Orleans 2-0 coming off a 44-19 spanking bad boy versus Dallas in Dallas. Just tore the Cowboys a new one. I mean, just literally tore the Cowboys a new one. Put up 432 yards, 38 points in the first 3 quarters. Carr, he was good, 243 yards, 2 touchdowns. Kamara tore it up. Offense on fire, 91 points through first 2 games. Defense is also looking pretty good. Look, New Orleans just has way too much offense there. They got way too much offense. I said this earlier, A.J. Brown is a huge blow to Philadelphia. Without him, I think they're very handicapped. And look, I think Coach Sirianni, I think maybe he's not as good as we think he was. Maybe he had a lot of coordinators around him that made him better than he was, but he's got to fix this. Otherwise, he might go quickly. And I'm not saying he should go, because when I feel like somebody should go, I'm very adamant about it. But I'm just saying, there's some flaws there that make you start questioning what's going on. What'd you want to say, Big Ree?
Something else is hurting them, if you know what I'm saying.
Philadelphia?
Yeah, it's hurting them.
I don't know about that. I don't think Jalen Hurts is the problem there, but I think when they have A.J. Brown, their offense is good. Their defense sucks. They got a 30th ranked defense. But anyhow, I'm taking New Orleans minus 2.5. All right, game 3. We got the Denver Broncos at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Buccaneers are a 7-point favorite. Denver 0-2, coming off a 13-6 loss to Pittsburgh. They actually outgained Pittsburgh 295-251. Bo Nix 20 for 35, 246 yards. I didn't think that was happening. 2 interceptions, no touchdowns. These guys just have no offense at all. Bo Nix, this guy is going to be a bust. He can put up some points and he can put up some decent games. Every NFL QB can do that, but this guy's not the answer. The defense is actually pretty solid. Top 10 defense overall, number 4 pass defense. They have given up under 300 total yards in 2 games of passing. And then we got Tampa Bay 2-0, coming off a 2016 win versus Detroit. In Detroit, Detroit blew this game. Completely blew this game. Dan Campbell stopped their shenanigans, cost them this game just like he did in the playoffs. He's got to stop this nonsense. So, I don't know what it is about this guy making some bad decisions. Stop trying to be cool, bro. Stop trying to be cool and just keep coaching. Making these dumb decisions. He took responsibility, but sometimes it's not okay just to take responsibility when you make the same stupid mistakes over and over. He cost them this game. Look, they outgained Tampa Bay, Big Ree. Listen to this. Detroit outgained Tampa Bay 463-216.
Yeah.
Outgained them, doubled them up. First downs 26-14, but they lost this game. Baker 12 for 19, 185, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Here's my thought here, guys. Look, Denver last week played the number 5 overall defense in Pittsburgh. This week, they're playing the number 28th overall defense in Tampa Bay. number 28th overall. This is my lock of the week here, boys and girls. I'm taking Denver +7. All right, and before I hand it off to Big Ree went 3-0 last week. I went 2-1. We were 5-1 last week. Big Ree in the last 4 episodes is 11-1 overall, college and NFL. 6-0 in college in the last 2 episodes. 5-1 in NFL in the last episodes. Big Ree is on a tear, and we're going to keep the money train rolling, Big Ree. Let's go.
All right, the first game I got is the Bears traveling to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. Bears coming off a 19-13 loss to the Texans on Sunday Night Football, as everyone saw. As Ace mentioned, Caleb Williams did not look too good. Bears defense did look good, as I said, because that's what kept them in the game. Colts coming off a 16-10 loss to the Packers. Colts offense, I think, is better than the Bears offense, but Bears defense is better than the Colts defense. And I think I'm going to go with the home team here. I'm going to take the Colts -1. The next game I got is probably, I would say, the best game of the week. The Ravens at the Cowboys. Ravens coming off a 29-26 loss to the Raiders at home. Cowboys, as Ace mentioned, coming off a whooping by the Saints, 44-19. Ravens just didn't seem to be themselves. I mean, they blew that game. They've blown many games. Cowboys, as always, they bounce back after a blowout loss. Everyone and their mom is going to take the Ravens. They're just going to think, oh, Ravens aren't going 0-3. But I think they're going to go 0-3. And I'm taking the Cowboys +1.5. That's my lock of the week.
Wow.
The final game I got is the Packers at the Titans. Packers coming off a 16-10 win versus the Colts. Titans coming off a 24-17 loss versus the Saints. Malik Willis played solid. He did his job, as Ace mentioned. He did what he had to do. The Titans are 0-2 here. Will Levis has been playing bad. I just think, as a Packer fan, I don't see them winning this. I think it's going to be a tough one. And I do think the Titans cover, and I'm taking the Titans -3.
So you're going against your team.
Yeah, when it comes to betting, you can't go with emotions. You got to go with facts.
Okay, Big Ree. Well, look, it's going to be a juicy weekend. We're going to keep try to keep this money train rolling. You're on fire, Big Ree. So, props to Big Ree and everybody. Before we sign off, I want everybody to comment. We learned something, that we got these Oreos, the Coca-Cola Oreos, and Big Ree said that when you eat Oreos, you're supposed to dip the Oreos in the milk and then eat them. And I've never done this in my life. I never knew about this. Life-changing moment here that I eat the Oreos, drink the milk. Eat the Oreos, drink the milk. I never dip them. So please, if you enjoy our show, I'm requesting you to please take a minute, comment below if you're dipping the Oreos or cookies in the milk and then eating them, or are you eating the cookies and then drinking milk? I really want to know. Thank you, boys and girls. Make sure to
subscribe, like, comment, and join the membership. Peace.
Support the channel.